I'm still astounded how much I went through and how fast I went through it all. But when you know your stuff, except for the 50s vans, which took me a little while to research here and there, of course, it's just so much stuff. And that's the thing, like, it's so easy to buy and it's not so easy to sell. I think everyone knows that. You can just buy a whole van of stuff and then just, oh, I gotta sit down and crunch through it all. So it is what it is. Let me pull this stuff out so it's better able to be seen versus me rummaging through a dark car. But there's some more fascinating stuff in here, like those Barbies. Okay, not the Barbie, but we'll get to it. Oh, look at this lineup. It is just a mishmash of all years and toy lines and things and knickknacks. Okay, where do we start? Where do we start? That's the box that people want to see that usually watch my videos. I can't blame them. But we're gonna do everything else because I'm not a nice person. We'll start off in the corner. Corvette unused, 84 MPC. I have, being that I was, you know, still very, very, very obscenely young at that point in life, that still is just a beautiful looking car, thanks to being grown up in the 80s and 90s. So I had that affinity. It's about 35, 40 unused. I think I paid $6 for it. No complaints. Check out this. This is one of the cars that was in the piles and piles. This is a Shukko Ferrari with the motor still, but I think the back half's completely missing. I think these are about 150. This was $5. This piece plus one other was in the garbage. So when I first walked up the place before I got greeted with the woman, I just looked in her garbage and I just saw this old box and I was like, that's neat. I don't want to see that get thrown out. So I'm going to give that a home. Even if it costs nothing, I'm just going to give it away. I'm happy that it survives. And there was some silver plate I put in there. But the other item that they threw out, which we'll get on the other side of this pile, was even more intriguing. Random 90s man was the artist on this weird doll. I don't know. It's weird, creepy thing. But it was like $3. And I was like, let's take a gamble. Then at Jurassic Park, I don't do Mattel, Jurassic World. I only do vintage Kenner because I don't have the room to buy every badass Mattel dino. I get it. I think it's beautiful. I just can't do it. So it was kind of fascinating. I might end up just keeping it. This was what, $6, $7. This was $5. This was $4. I didn't even look at the prices on these things. I don't think there'd be mega prices. This will probably end up being this mega constructs. This will probably be like 15 or less. This will probably be, if it's complete, like 20, 25. And this might be an unusual one, but this might only be like 15, 20. I'm fine with that. But don't worry, we're gonna end up heavy hitter stuff. So I got these and N scale. These are about $20 each. And I like the old figure. Actually, it's pretty cool. Like, I don't collect the stuff, but you can definitely appreciate it. These are about 15, which is retail, to about $25 each, and they were about $3 each. They're like, oh yeah, that was in a Lego box. We don't know what it was doing in there. Like, I'm very confident I know what it was doing in there, because it's Lego. Playmobil boat, $4. How can you say no? Whole bag of muscle for $3. I didn't go through it. They're all really clean shape too, and I don't really kind of want to sell them because they're so nice. Like my collection, I don't want to spend the time to go chew through each character because they're in a bag right now. It'd be like, oh, is this one nicer than the other? But I'm so tempted. So these are about $2 best. $1 normal for the figures. So this will probably be like a $30 flip. I paid $5, which is a little strong on the little people. I'm just buying stuff up, hook them up. Pop vinyls. I actually own 0 pop vinyls. This is the first pop vinyls I ever bought. These are all Harry Potter, 4 figures for $4. How can I say no? So that tub's done. Oh. So we got one more. That piece is missing the entire fire truck back end, but it has the little adorable Mac dog on it. Decent paint wear, but not distracting enough because it has still the logos on it and everything. I mean, I think this cab is about $100 at least. So I thought that was amazing. This came out to, I think, $20 or $15 just for the cab. Exactly, my thoughts too. I don't know what this Tonka vehicle is. I like the colors. No idea. Never looked it up. It was 10. The shovel, I'm more aware of that it does not have a strong value because it doesn't look like a normal shovel. So I think that's about 35, 40, and that was 10. That thing's seen better days. Oh, I didn't even look at it. It's the shovel version. This thing's really seen terrible days. I actually don't deal in this stuff really that often because I don't get it. But I had, I think, this Coast Guard police one before. The shovel version I know is way better, but not in this shape. But then again, they just want the shovel perhaps. But I think I paid $5. That's an 80s Tonka. It's probably only going to be like 15, 20 bucks. This one got thrashed back in the day, probably about $5. Ugh, everybody needs that for $3. You know, and I don't know if they're in there, but if I just put them in a group lot, just bounce it out, you know. I don't even know what this was. It was like $2 or something, and I was like, I'll buy that because it's still sealed. When in doubt, buy them out and barrier battles. And once I saw it was like 3D and some cards, just pick it up. Still fun stuff. It adds up, and the best part is most of this stuff I will not be keeping for my collection, which is just yes, you know, because I've just Megaforce, love the line. I could not leave this guy back there because I know he's missing a ton of stuff, but I gotta give him a home. You know, I'm a sucker for that type of logic. This box, I don't think anyone wants me to go through this one so much. We'll just neglect that for now. Don't worry, we're gonna get back to it. So this box, same thing. It had a lot of miniature figures for little people. A lot. I mean, I'm not going to make a huge amount on that, but I just wanted to buy up stuff that I thought, you know, just clean them out. So I didn't realize it. There's another one. This is the larger version. I never got the chance to even price these vehicles out and see what they're worth. I just shot them a price for the whole box. So this is beyond me. You guys can let me know. I think this vehicle that I'm holding with the trailer, that's a better piece. Here's this Jeep. Polar Ice looks cool, not in bad shape. And I got two telephone type cars, Shukko toy. I don't know. I'm gonna use base logic of like when they're this medium size, I call it. These are like 50 bucks each. That's, you know, this is more kind of, it's like 25. This will probably be like 15, 10 because it's not a complete. Still happy because I paid overall a really fair price for the box. This box was interesting. So if you guys didn't realize, it was only yesterday. I think it was a little bit longer than just yesterday. Oh my god. Pretty cool though. I like to watch the old videos on YouTube of like New York 1920s. Never saw that in one of the videos, but fascinating stuff. I doubt this specifically has any value other than just as cool. I don't think I'm going to go online and find this thing to be like $200, but I wouldn't mind giving it a home. So this box was intriguing. It goes at the N scale. There were a lot of trains. That's not N scale. Here we go. These are all Bachmann. N scales, unused. These run about 20 bucks each, it looks like. So there was quite a number of these in here. So this whole box was heavy. I thought the whole thing was literally full of trains. I was like, yeah. But when I brought the whole box up, I found out it was half full of trains. An escapee train too. Be kind with that one. Be kind, please rewind. And in the bottom was actually just books. I have no idea on this giant Tonka crane vehicle. It's seen better days. I gave him 20 bucks to be like, whatever, it's a big Tonka, it'll get a home. I'm gonna guess it's only like 30 bucks because it's a newer Tonka, not a vintage Tonka. These are Adafruit electronic, like you build your own little like solar light bugs and stuff. I mean, I'm not an expert. 5 bucks. I think they're about 50 bucks each, maybe. I could be dead wrong. There's different ones in here because of the weight I could feel in a minute. But got 4 of them. Got some unused Barbies for about 5 bucks each. I'm gonna give them to a friend who sells Barbie. Just literally just give it to him because that's not my thing. If it was She-Ra, that'd be amazing. So we're coming forward to this train. This was the other thing that they threw out in the garbage. Look at this thing. I mean, it's missing the one red piece there, but it's got its handle for a kid to ride on. Lady was like, lady just threw it out a minute before I showed up. And then she's like, what if it's lead paint on it? And I was like, lady, that's the best part. I am the person that I am today because of how delicious that lead paint was when I was a child. So, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't like things like this being thrown out. So I think I'll figure out what it is, because Salvia Kid sits right here. Even if I get $5, which I think I'll get more for it, I just wanted to make sure it's saved than destroyed. Little cost in the Legos. I left behind, here's more train stuff, and a Snow Bunny Barbie, which is actually kind of cool in its own right. I'm not going to keep the world, but I like the idea of a 1980s Snow Bunny Barbie. So the Lego sets they were not aware of. The Lego tubs were fairly priced. I mean, if you're a Lego person, you'd be all over it, but I was like, I'm not touching it. But they somehow knew to like price the older base plates. I was kind of surprised about that, but this is all space, and there are 7 of these for 16. So you're paying $2 each. These can hit about $10 each. That's about $70 there for 16. And then to sell that is not difficult. You got some different ones here. 4 in here. These are $1 each, so there's 3. This is some of the island ones, so I paid $1.50 each on those. Some generic ones. I don't actually not bumped into these space ones, but I think it's from that series after Blacktron where I did the box insect hopper from. No idea. It's one of those 70s Tonkas that look really weird. This is not my thing. It's not my thing. So I'm gonna guess that's like $15, because most of the time these will end up being those price ranges. This box was very good. As you can see how old this box is. Yes, you are absolutely right. This is from the second age of toy collecting, from the 4th realm. That was like 800 years ago, I know. And I think these are holy toy relics in here. That makes sense, right? Check that out. So I know a little bit about John Deere. Well, I also know, like everybody else, about condition. Yes, everything in here is not flawless. The tractors are definitely going to be more common. This is just me guessing. But once you get those out, that stuff, I suspect, which is a nicer shape, I don't know. You guys know. I'm going to guess like 30, 60, 30, and then these might be like 150 for all this. I really don't know. But let's go to the box that everybody wants to go to. The big boy.